everybody, and welcome back to this channel. I wanted to share some of the things I've been up to, as well as share some of my thoughts on my painting and art. I got these new Rosemary & Co brushes that I've been eyeing for a while now, and I've seen many other artists use them. I was so excited when they finally arrived, and I've been really loving them so far. I do think they make a really big difference in my brushstrokes, and they have a nice spring to them, which I really like. So before starting this little color study, I was feeling a bit down about my work. Ever since I started painting when I was around 13 or 14 or so, I've been really focused on the final result of a painting. I remember I used to tear up my very first drawings or paintings until there was basically nothing left of my sketchbook, just because I couldn't bear to look at the things I made after I finished them, because I immediately noticed everything that was wrong with it and I hated it. And when I started studying at an art school, I did not really paint for myself anymore since I was drowning in assignments. But when I started taking up oil painting seriously around a few years ago, I noticed that, that obsessive perfectionism was really taking a toll on my painting process. Now, I do think perfectionism is necessary in some way because I believe this pushes you to challenge yourself more and it motivates you to improve. But I realized, and I think in these past couple of months especially, I really needed to change my mindset when it comes to my art. I would just be so unsatisfied with a lot of things I made and get easily frustrated since I had a picture of what I wanted something to look like in the end, but struggled to get that picture on the canvas. I realized this was getting in the way of, enjoying just painting for the sake of painting, and I did not want to continue thinking like this. I think it's natural to be your own worst critic as an artist, but I wanted to do this in a more healthy, more sustainable way. Getting where you want to be as an artist does not just happen overnight. You need to practice to improve, which is of course quite obvious. I just think I struggled a bit with the patience to get there. But in these past couple of months, I realized the true joy that lies in painting for the sake of painting. Usually I would be super focused on the outcome and really thought about what was worth painting, if that makes sense. But as other artists do and have been doing, for centuries, everything is worth painting, whether it be something small, big, complicated or simple. And I've been really enjoying just doing these simple color studies as small sketches just to practice. I think I used to put so much pressure on myself that everything needed to be a masterpiece, but sketches like these are so important for learning and improving, and I've found that most of my happiness in painting and making art now truly just comes from the process of it, from feeling inspired to create an image or, pushing and pulling a paint in a way that I like. But also just the prospect that there is still so much for me left to learn and create, and that there is so much I still want to paint. Eventually, I want to paint much bigger and tell more of a story with my art as well, and I've been working on some things like that on and off now. But I also now really enjoy the process of slowly working my way where I want to be with each piece and having more patience with myself as well. I love looking at other artists and feeling inspired, whereas I used to fall into the trap of comparing myself and thinking, oh, why doesn't my art look like that? Why can't I paint like that? And now seeing their work only really inspires me and motivates me to paint and improve, while also just appreciating how talented other people are and how amazing it is to see the world through their eyes. I still love doing these small master studies, and I'm so inspired by pre-Raphaelite paintings. I just think they have such a romantic atmosphere and there's just something magical about them. These days it has been so nice outside and I love seeing all the flowers bloom. This made me feel so inspired to do a small sketch of Edward Robert Hughes' The Princess Out of School, which is such a lovely painting and really reminded me of spring and summer. I had a bit of a hard time capturing the abundance of plants and flowers in the field, but I loved doing it nonetheless. I wanted to do a small portrait study, but realized soon that I did not really like the original reference and what I was doing with the colors of the face, so I wiped it all off and started again with a different pose. But first I took a little break to pick up some gifts for a birthday that was coming up, and I absolutely loved seeing so many roses in bloom outside, which really inspired me to paint some more roses soon. I went to visit a Japanese garden which is only open a few weeks of the year, so I really wanted to go. And I also just really wanted to go outside and take my sketchbook with me, because I think it's very easy for me to just stay inside all day and draw or paint. But I really want to go outside more and draw from nature directly. I also really want to take my pochette box outside as well and do some plein air painting. It was such a nice day outside and the garden was absolutely beautiful. It would be so nice to do a painting here. Eventually, I just sat on a bench and started sketching a tree that was just in front of me. It was so nice to draw without thinking too much about the end result and just copying something that was directly in front of me and, just enjoying sketching and the lovely view. I really love the process of continuing with this study. I love the shadows on her face and playing with the colors of these shadows as well. I thought she had such a beautiful expression and I really enjoyed trying to capture this. I also love the magenta background with the subtle flower embroidery, and I want to incorporate an environment in my paintings more. I think before I was really focused on just the portrait, just the face, but I really want to paint bigger eventually as well and experiment more with different kinds of backdrops instead of just, doing a one color background as I have done with many of my paintings in the past. I found that I really enjoyed the process of this piece and playing with the contrasts and shadows. I felt so much more at ease just enjoying the craft and the act of painting, knowing that doing this only helps me and my journey as an artist. I can't wait to paint more and bigger, and I hope to share this with you soon. Thank you so much for being here and hearing me kind of ramble. It really means the most to me.